Because
earliest
I was
TikTok.
alive. I was one of the few people who was alive back then.
Little Graeme McMillan, welcome back.
Wait, does that make you Greg Davis?
For sure. Between the two of us, I'm definitely the mean one, and you're the nice one who's stuck picking up all the pieces of Team Popverse. I'll put that on the internet.
Oh, Lord. Hello.
We are celebrating the year of our Lord, 1987, this week. And I had nobody who could possibly come and join me to talk about a comics moment other than you. And so I bullied you to coming and talking about one of
It's
the
because
earliest
I was
TikTok.
alive. I was one of the few people who was alive back then.
I'm not going to say that my parents hadn't met in the year 1987, but that also might have been the case. So you are by default our expert on the topic.
I was 12/13 in that year. Now I feel old.
Oh, ancient.
I bought this comic. Off the stands.
Okay, were you, as somebody who was reading and buying and actually into we're talking about the Spider-Man wedding. I didn't tell anybody that because you and I immediately got into our madness. Were you excited about this? Were you looking forward to it? Like, what were your thoughts as someone with boots on the ground?
I was confused. I gotta be honest. Because for people who were reading Spider-Man up until this point, like Spider-Man and Mary Jane had a tempestuous relationship.
Yeah.
And they were always like, I love you, but I can't be with you. No, I can't be with you. Maybe I can't. And they
Classic
go back
comics.
and forth. So, well, yeah, exactly. That's how all of us grew up thinking relationships work. but then you get into the and then they're getting married. But the whole marriage plot was, I mean, depending on who nowadays says that they pitched it, I think everyone who claims credit for this now says, it was a last minute decision. We just thought, what would be a good idea? What would get eyes on the comic? Sure enough, Shea Stadium wedding definitely gets eyes on the comic.
Yeah, it turns out if you do a Secret Lives of Mormon Wives style TikTok stunt, before any of those things were even in the ether, people will show up and buy your comic book.
It's amazing. But I've also got to say, so the Spider-Man comic comes out in, I think, mid-June.
Yeah.
A week before it comes out, they have this stunt in Shea Stadium where in front of 45,000 people, Spider-Man and Mary Jane get married. And it's actors standing in.
Yeah, so some nice
it's not the real people. I say as if like they're real. But one of the great things about it is the wedding ceremony itself is nuts. The one in Shea Stadium is genuinely crazy. And I would argue, as someone reading Spider-Man then, someone who is read Spider-Man since then, is the most fun version of Spider-Man that's ever existed. That is so
cute.
Do you want to know why?
Tell me.
It's not that Stan Lee acted as efficient to marry them, although he did. Of course he did. It's Stan Lee.
Stan Lee, yeah.
It's that the version of Spider-Man and Mary Jane in Shea Stadium wedding is insane. It's genuinely crazy. The wedding, okay, first of all, they don't say I do. They say I thee web. When they're asked their vows.
I almost said a swear, and one of the rules about coming into the Popverse is that you don't say swears because we try to be relatively family friendly.
That's web.
Unhinged.
It gets better. I'm going to read you the wedding vows.
Let's get married on the internet.
Do you, Spider-Man, being of sound mind and super body, take Mary Jane to be your lawfully wedded bride, forsaking all other superheroines? Do you promise to never leave footprints on the walls or ceilings or cobwebs in the corners? And do you agree to pinch hit for the Mets if they ask you? Okay, that alone,
so many questions.
Amazing. The idea that Spider-Man is the one leaving the corners, the cobwebs in the corners, again, best version of Spider-Man ever. Also he's getting married as Spider-Man, not Peter Parker.
Not to be this person. Cobwebs are caused by dust. Spider webs are caused by spiders. So what we're telling the audience is that Spider-Man is dirty and doesn't clean his home.
But also, he leaves footprints on the walls or ceilings normally, and he has to promise not to. What's going on?
He needs to bathe.
Do you, Mary Jane Watson, being of sound mind and spectacular body, yes, that's actually the vows, agree to forsake all other masked Marvelites, to never ever spot a spider or to hug, comfort, and kiss away any bruises incurred after a long day of bashing bad guys, and stay out of the Mets locker room? That was hers.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Genuinely nuts, right? This was what was considered the best way to sell Spider-Man comics in 1987.
It's so wild to me because when I think of Shea Stadium, I think of the Beatles.
You think of the Beastie Boys.
Yeah. Can I name a Beastie Boys song is the real question. That one from Star Trek?
The Sounds of Science, the Shea Stadium, Palladium. Okay, never mind.
No. I think of the Beatles and the story that they tell about not being able to hear each other when they played there because everyone was screaming. And then when I think about weddings on this scale, I think about the Moonies, which is also not great, Bob. And if you don't understand the reference, you have some cult Googling to do. So to me, the idea of pulling a stunt like this is this very bizarre Venn diagram. And then the Mets which I assume is a baseball team, are involved.
Well, yeah, because they are at Shea Stadium, and it's before a Mets game. It's like that's the reason the fans weren't there for the wedding. The fans were there for the game.
Oh, I thought a bunch of nerds just showed up to watch Spider-Man.
No, this happens before an actual game.
This is just an ad. This is an advert that now we would have shot like in a studio here and put on the Jumbotron. They're hoping that all the baseball people are going to go
at the start of a game. Right, and for people who have read the comic, I'm sure people watching this will have read the comic.
Yeah.
The dress was real,
and it was
actually designed by Willie Smith,
which is so funny because in all the research that I did, he's credited simply as Will Smith, which is funny because obviously there is Will Smith, the actor, but also this is one of the 3 baseball things I know. The man from the LA Dodgers who hit the home run or who hit the ball that won them I almost said the Super Bowl. Now I have to believe it because I did swear. The man that won them the World Series this year, his name is Will Smith. So there's all these Will Smiths
Willie Smith.
Around.
That was the thing. He was a famous designer. He was a legit deal. He was there. Because they actually made the dress. So the model who's being Mary Jane at the thing is wearing the real dress.
And probably a piece of couture that is fitted to her and nobody else ever went on to wear, which is actually kind of iconic.
She did publicity for this stunt because it's all a PR stunt, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
She told the Associated Press when they asked if any children would be born as a result of the wedding. As long as they are healthy, have 2 arms and 8 legs, I'll be happy. Was her response.
Wow.
Like I said, the best version of Spider-Man ever. Like, we all know what happened to the actual Spider-Man comics wedding.
Yeah.
Like, the marriage did not go great in the end. If this version of the characters been the ones in the comics, we would have had the greatest Spider-Man comics ever made.
But would we,
throwing that out there.
Most importantly, would we have gotten Mayday Parker, who is the most underrated Marvel Comics character who's ever existed?
Mayday Parker is Spider Girl, right?
Spider Baby from
I was at Spider Gwen.
Spider Gwen. No, she's from the MC2 universe, as you may remember.
Yeah, with J2, Juggernaut, and the Juggernaut's son, and everything. Those comics were bonkers.
Is that also where the female Bucky Barnes that was drawn by Liefeld comes from? Yeah.
No. That's an entirely different female Bucky. The 1990s were crazy. The 1980s, though, I think we're leaving. If you come away from nothing, viewers, the 1980s were laying the groundwork for all the craziness of the late 1990s.
For all the glory of, I'm a 90s comics apologist. There is so much good and so much bad, and I do think when you look at things like this and what we're evolving out of as the Bronze Age ends, and we get into eventually like the beginning of Image Comics, like it's events like this that do birth both what's good and bad about my beloved 90s comics. Graeme, I want to leave off by asking, do you like narratively the idea of Spider-Man being married and being married to Mary Jane?
Sure. I have no problem with it. It's not my favorite comics marriage. Superman and Lois. I'm sorry that.
Correct. The best couple in all of comics, hands down, bar none.
But I never understood the hatred for the Spider-Man marriage. It was like, sure, if he can be married, that's fine. Like, anyone who thinks once you get married, there's no drama in your life has never been married.
Yeah.
Like it's the strangest point of view for me. I'm a fan. Ultimate Spider-Man that's out now is proven that you can do it and people like it. So sure, yes, let's get them married again. Let's get them married again in Shea Stadium. Let's do it again
Yes.
Come on, 2027. We can do it for the 14th anniversary. 2027 Marvel. I'm leaving the challenge.
And we're not doing it with Tom Holland and Zendaya. It's got to be two randos, two cosplayers,
two random cosplayers,
and
Marvel's going to be there. Yeah.
What's the designers? Christian
Siriano.
Thank you so much. I was like, Cimarroni. He designs the gown.
Yeah, I'm down. Can we make it happen?
And I just want to point out as well that one of my favorite versions of Peter Parker ever is Peter B. Parker from the animated Spider-Verse universe. Yes. And there is a direct line between this madness and that madness as well.
See, this again, best version of Spider-Man.
Ever.
If anyone who wants the best version of Spider-Man, you can find the video of this thing. This was televised. Yep. It is on YouTube. Please find the video. It's the strangest, most wonderful thing in the world. And proof that even before the 1990s, which, like you said, best immersive comics, there really was some weird nonsense going on.
Graeme, if people want to come and fight you about whether or not this is the best Spider-Man ever, where can they do that online?
You can only do it at the Popverse these days. I'm not on social media anymore. Just find me at the Popverse. It's fine. I'll see it.
Much to my chagrin, when I want to send you memes from Instagram, you can follow me everywhere at Ashley V. Robinson. And be sure that you are following Popverse everywhere, but especially at the popverse.com, because we're doing all kinds of wild stuff about the year 1987 this week. So go check that out. Bye, Graeme.